today we're gonna do some tracking. We have Floyd here with us. We're in a new novel area, so he's been doing pretty decently on some of kind of his baby tracks right now. So what we try and do is we have a designated tracking area at the farm. But if we stick there too long and only track there, the dogs become really good trackers just at the farm. And what we need them to do, because they're being raised to go and carry on in all of their glory as police canines, we need to generalize that behavior. So I've laid a pretty lengthy track here. I assume that we're probably going to run into some difficulty with him just because he hasn't done that many tracks off of our property right now. So I laid it as a longer track so we can try and hopefully work through some of these problems. But I figured it would be a great opportunity to kind of bring you along and show you how we'll work through some of these problems. So already in laying the track, what we did is I upped the frequency of reinforcement. So there's some direct food reinforcements along the track. So it's much more frequent than we've been doing at the property to kind of give him a little crutch. The other thing that we do is when I take him out, we've established some pre-cues with them. So you'll see that I'll take him out and I'll kind of hoop that leash underneath his paw, his front leg. And when it goes under his front leg, if we've done our homework right, he should know, oh, I'm doing that tracking thing, and get out and track. So that's kind of what we did so far. I'm going to be also giving him some verbal markers and reinforcements from me along the track. There's quite a few 90-degree turns on this track, and it's probably, I want to say, maybe about 100 meters. So we'll kind of just walk him through that and kind of see how it goes. So we'll bring you along, and you can see us struggle through the process. So what I'm going to do is kind of walk him over to the track area. The track goes that way. I'm going to try and let him bump into the track. You see how I put that under his leg and his nose went down automatically? That's kind of what we're looking for. Good. So we're on the track now. So if you want to come over onto this side. We kind of let him struggle. I'll add a little negative reinforcement when we get to the right way. Yes! Nose went down for half a second there. Some more direct reinforcements. So when we get to that tree, it makes a 90. Yes! Some more direct. So we go up a little bit beyond that tree in front of me, and then we make a 90 to the left. So I'm just bumping him a bit when he gets outside of the track with my line. Yes! Good. So super, super high on my reinforcement frequency. So some more direct reinforcement. So up here, maybe 4 feet beyond that tree, there's a 90 straight towards that fence. Just wait for a second now, where you're at. Yes! Good man. We go straight at this fence, and pretty much as we hit the fence, we make a right-hand turn. So definitely, like, all the spinning and stuff is him struggling along this track, like I talked about. There we go. We kind of just go on the outside of that there. Good, he's bang on. So when you get beyond that tree there, Allie, just stand where you're at. Yes! Good. So nose in the right direction. And then from here, it's just kind of a straight line to that road. Some more direct reinforcements. Good man, and that's the end of our track here. Good man. Yes, sir. So at the end of the track, I take it from underneath his leg, try to establish, hey, we're done, a signal for him that the game is over, and we'll just walk back to the car. I'll talk to you guys when we get back to the car. All right, so kind of like we expected there, we wanted to kind of chase those moments of struggle for him. I think with Floyd specifically, when he's struggling or having a hard time, it kind of manifests as a little more spinny behavior. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with how that went. Of course, I was using some negative reinforcement on the outsides of that track to kind of keep him in the ideal position where I want him to be. But I'm pretty happy with that. What I'm going to take from this is that we're going to start taking Floyd out and doing more tracks in more novel areas. So I like to set parameters and very specific things. So for Floyd, what the doctor would prescribe would probably be maybe 4 tracks in novel areas a week right now. So a pretty high intensity of his training should be focused on tracking in novel areas because I want him to be just as proficient in these new novel areas as he is at home field. And his tracking at home field is pretty squared away right now. So taking that into consideration, we need to get him out more. Sorry, not out more. He gets out a lot, but need to get him tracking more in new places. Some other takeaways that I would say is that he's doing really good because there was obviously the camera, beautiful camera lady was following us around, and that was not a distraction for him. One of the things that we try to expose our puppies to really early on is having numerous people around while they're tracking. And I think it just makes, by the time they get on the road and having cover officers following them along on operational tracks, it just becomes the norm for them. So it's something that's regular for them. But yeah, all in all, I think that was really a really productive tracking session. Thanks for joining me.